At the end of the day, it is irrelevant what people think of me because all that matters is the lives of the phenomenal students that I've had the privilege to teach and the wondrous time that I have been given to help shape their lives into strong, compassionate, and knowledgeable young men and women. I truly feel honored to be standing among some of the most dedicated, motivated, and inspiring teachers in our region. My name is Andrew Avila. I am the Secondary District Teacher of the Year representative for the San Anastacio Independent School District. I am privileged to embody a district that is centered in the advocacy and incession of student achievement by emphasizing their marvelous accomplishments, joy, and the fulfillment of their goals academically, athletically, and personally. Moreover, I have worked for a district that has allowed me to realize that the field of education is not a job, but is rather a calling that requires an abundance of dedicated people, such as each of yourself, to see that each student is provided a foundation upon which they can grow and mature. I sincerely believe in my heart that God has a plan for each of us and places us along a path that He knows will elicit the gifts that He has bestowed upon us. The problem is the path may not be very clear in the beginning and contains various obstacles that test our resolve. Upon graduating from high school, I never contemplated a career as a teacher because it was always my dream to become a musician in a rock band. Consequently, I decided to pursue a degree in music with a focus on the classical guitar. Without telling a tearful story, my aspiration as a music major failed upon transferring to UTEP in the fall of 2007. With the new spring semester looming and a desperate need to decide on a major, I found myself lost and unsure of what path to choose. I can vividly remember a conversation with my mom at the kitchen table. She told me while crocheting, "Why don't you do something with math because it has always been your strongest subject, like a teacher?" In my mind, who wants to be a teacher? There's no fame like an engineer or an architect would have. Then my mom continued, "Why don't you give it a try and see what happens?" Well, in 2011, I graduated with a bachelor's degree in mathematics, and in 2013, I obtained my master's degree in mathematics. It is now highly apparent to me that my path was to become a teacher and share my gift with others. Not only does God have a plan for all of us, but I deeply believe that He places us somewhere as instruments in His grand design. We can all vividly remember completing applications in multiple school districts, attending numerous interviews, and praying that one school district will take a gamble on a new teacher. I feel very fortunate of the gracious opportunity that Ms. Maribel Guillen took on a rookie teacher and welcomed me into her family at San Anastacio High School. I have had the wonderful privilege to teach the freshman level course of Algebra 1 and dual credit pre-calculus for juniors or seniors. I feel that my greatest accomplishment this far has been my role at the high school. As a first-year teacher, I was tasked to improve the STAR Algebra 1 end-of-course scores by becoming a member of the Algebra 1 team, in which we have steadily and collaboratively worked to raise the scores to above 90% each year. Moreover, I have become a pivotal member of the district's vision to offer more dual credit courses as a pathway for our students to obtain college credit. I am often confused as an individual who is characterized as being more of a student than a teacher. I can only surmise that it is my extraordinary height that gives this perception. Similarly, some people have commented that I do not look like a teacher, and I cannot help but wonder, what does a teacher look like? An individual that is willing to sacrifice and go beyond what is asked of them, a compassionate and hardworking person invested in elevating their children, or the caring attitude of a humble individual centered more on imparting their knowledge, morals, ethical beliefs, and talents as a catalyst in shaping the lives of children into fruitful individuals of our society. Well, that's what I look like. At the end of the day, it is irrelevant what people think of me because all that matters is the lives of the phenomenal students that I've had the privilege to teach and the wondrous time that I have been given to help shape their lives into strong, compassionate, and knowledgeable young men and women. Thank you.